Hi, this is Dan. Welcome to part 6, I think, of my week 19 weekly challenge run for Deskers. I'm still hanging out at the top of the leaderboard, which is cool. We had a short, well, we had a good run last time. I'm in the process of uploading episode 4 right now, and I just watched it before I did that. So, my brain is a little bit fogged, and it's a little bit late. But, yeah, sorry that episode 5 ran so long. I just kind of got caught up in it. I realized I had to make a quick run to a shop and then decided not to waste the propulsion and checked out a biggish ship that turned out to be kind of time consuming in the jump gate system, and then went back and got hold of that Mutikier with one infestation type, and it in fact wound up commandeering it. So for for the second time this run, we have a new ride. That's cool. Anyway, since last I was recording these, some more people have played. We're up to 13 entries, and a number of people have finished. Paper Beetle finished a while back. A new one, Mr. Irony, who I hadn't seen before, finished with 4672. Nicely done. Big Boss Hard Facts. I don't think he'd finished. I'll have to go back and look, but finished with 1656. So he had kind of a rough run. Anyway, to recap a little bit, starting score was 3092, which is where Junlu Coder has been hanging out since the first episode, so he's kind of our baseline. But Gary Dozer, Deadman Water, Loco Plus, and Mr. Irony are all above the starting score, so nice job to you at all. It's tough with these. Meanwhile, Ash White is still playing with a 2389. Seems to me I saw him with a lower score a couple episodes back, so he is recovering, so that's good. And Blind is at 1747. So anyway, I'm not entirely sure where we left it at the last episode, but let's just jump back into it. I think we're very close to the end of our run here. So this might be the final one, and if it is the final one, or if it suddenly seems advisable at the end that I just run for the gate, this might run long as well. I'm going to try to keep it from doing that, but just a caution at the outset. Anyway, alrighty. Where are we and what are we doing? Right, we're back in the Obrick system, and we've just left Enduring Hope behind, and we have the Petit Poussé. I'd meant to Google that and Google Translate it with French to find out what it actually meant. I hope it's going to be really amusing and possibly offensive. I know very, very little French because really the only time I've spent with it was high school French. And petit is small. Poussé, I have no idea. But anyway, we're full up on propulsion fuels, so we could actually explore most of this shit that's still left in the system. We have one jump fuel left, which means that, assuming we don't find any more, and honestly, I think even if we do find any more, our last stop, we're gonna burn that one jump fuel going back to Fearley, and probably just going to the gate. So, modifications, yeah, we don't have any scrap left, but we have everybody healed up except for Aaron there, and he only needs one. Upgrades, yeah, we got a scan when we visited the shop last time. We also got a replacement sensor, which was handy. I think we repaired the trap, which is a good idea because it's the only offensive upgrade we have. We have a broken reroute power. We have a ship surveyor, which is handy. We have a quarantine bypass, which we actually don't give a fuck about. But yeah, also last time we just decided to give up on the transporter. We sold it. Largely that was because I don't like visiting outposts and they're way too damn stressful. Apparently, in episode 3, I almost gave LB, who is one of the people who does daily challenges and who I interact with a lot these days on YouTube. You know, he suggested that even watching these was close to giving him a heart attack, and that's very much my experience as well, actually using the transporter. So I was happy to see it go. And these last two systems we're in, there aren't outpost tiers, they're actually ships. So I'm cool with not having that anymore. I'm a little bit sad that the reroute power is broken, but and this is our loadout right now. Scan gather sensor on Sarah, who is our gather drone. It's maybe a little bit unwise that she's our gather drone, because we have, you know, Tommy and Brandon have more hit points, but it's a stable of dude drones, except for Sarah, and Sarah's been a badass doing yeoman service since the since the point in the second episode where we lost our original gather drone. So I think we're gonna stick with Sarah. Sarah rocks this shit. So yeah. Anyway, I feel good about this loadout right now, and I think I said last time that I didn't give a fuck about the Scare Copper. I didn't give a fuck about the White Scar because they're going to be tiny government B ships, but we have 7 propulsion to burn, so, you know, why not? We might find an extra drone. We can at least rack up some scrap, probably, because we have the scan now, and the scan is still broadly intact. And, yeah. So let's see what we got. Espionage. Oh, really? That turned out so well. Oh, and we have the ship surveyor, which is awesome. Narrow room. Not loving that, but no items of interest. Power inlet. Okay. Okay, D15. See if anything comes. Yes. Ooh, okay. Well now. Oh, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Thank you. We got yet... Oh my, we actually lucked out on the fuel here. Cool. Okay. Well, one of them is... One of them is a sentry. So, yeah. Alright. So, out you go. Come in there, start murdering that sensor, and then get blown up. That is what is going to happen now. Sooner or later. That is what... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Trap boom as soon as the door closes. Yep, bye. Okay. D16. 3. 1. Come on, Sarah. Let's do this business. Got 2 from that. Got 1 that was hidden. Sensor. D15. Another sensor. No, we'll just put it over your sensor. There's something making weird thumpy noises, but I don't particularly care about that. Close all. Okay. D12. I don't need to with it. Really? Fuck's sake. Okay. No, I think anything that would have come out of D12 if it isn't slime is already out of there. Given that R3 and R5 are open to each other and connected, that tends to suggest to me that there is an infestation that's moving back and forth between them. It'll also take a little bit longer for it to find its way into R6, probably. Or it could be that there's nothing in there at all. But, Sarah, this is not the best time for you to have lost your vision. I'm just saying. And I don't think time is of the essence here because, yeah, hull integrity is good, age is stable, but still, come on, help us out. Help us out. Thank you. Okay. I think it's pretty safe to say that there is not slime, because if there was, it would have spawned in R7 already and possibly cut off Kyle. Of course, one of the things that's funny about weekly challenges or campaign as opposed to daily challenges, which is what I mostly play these days, is that every time we use one of these upgrades, we are degrading them. And, okay. something jury rig does from time to time. It's basically like trying to bait a room. You know, if the door is open and you move into a room adjacent to a room where an infestation is, then there's something in the next room over anyway. It will come to get you. It'll be, you know, if it's swarm or it's a leaper or whatever, it'll take notice and it'll come for you. So if you have a sensor, you can kind of guard against that. But I don't think this is happening. So hope I'm right. Okay. Got another one. That's unpowered. Okay, there's no vents, so nav to R5 check. Really? Are you actually gonna do that? Because two of my drones have gens. Gen, yes you are. Okay. Right. Brandon. Forgotten who had that. Alright. I don't think we need to do this at this point, really, but yeah, get around that. Oh, you have all the things. Okay, well we used it anyway, so huh. D9. Home 1-4. This is another one of my shortcuts. If I type home, it basically just takes them to R1. I've never tried it with multiple drones, but yeah. And apparently it doesn't work. That's good to know. And it's not one that I've come to depend on. It's more of a convenience thing. But okay, well, D7. See if anything comes out of D7. Dock A5. Okay. There is no slime, so dock A6. What is that? That's R5. R5. Don't think anything is in R2, but no. And there's a power inlet. Okay. R2, Gen 2. Right, because Brandon also has a generator, so. Okay, then there's a turret in there that we can't get to. Wow, and that that one sentry bot might very well have been it, but well, apparently not. And it's not murdering the sentry bot, so ah, it's all like that. Okay. I'm guessing that's a swarm, and I'm really feeling like we don't care. So, yeah, so just end this shit. We got what we came for. We got some fuel. We got some scrap. We'll be able to get whoever our 5th drone is back to full health and maybe do some other stuff. So, yeah, we got 6. Scan and sensor both deteriorating. That's unhappy, but okay. So, Aaron. All right. We're gonna go to the government B. Space Station C. I feel like we have to go to one or the other. I really do. We're coming to the end of the run. We need to maximize our profit, to speak in baldly capitalist terms, for which I apologize a little bit. Space Station C might be big, it might be tiny, it might have a drone, it might not. I think we're actually going to go to the Space Station C. Dormant drone, sweet. Okay. All right. Oh, we got even more propulsion fuel. Jesus Christ. So we could go to everything in this system if we wanted to. I don't think we do want to, but, alright. And Kyle, you are on. And Kyle... That's sort of a useless generator. It really is. Okay. Dock A6. And what we really want to get into is R2. And of course, anything else. Okay. D16. A6 time. My guess is that if there's slime, it's going to spawn round about the 2-minute mark. And I do have reasons for that, for believing that. They might not be right, but they're based on science. I mean, not really science, but dock A7 time. Time. Okay, so maybe it's not that. That would be good. Okay, there seems to be nothing going on. So, dock A6. Dock A7. Okay, D13, FF, R2. Who knows what Haley has on her, but, okay. And, yeah. Then we dock A6, and let's start with D19. One of the lovely things is that we can just vent anything that comes into this room because there's nothing of use there now. So swap. Oh, okay. D19. Okay. I think we want the scrap. So for Brandon, get out of there. 3 tow. Trap. Okay, and we're also, yeah, we're opening ourselves up to the bug that that LB encountered in the daily tonight, which was that if you blow something up in your boarding craft, you if you blow up a sentry bot in your boarding craft, its scrap won't actually appear until you dock someplace else. I assume that's because R1 is a special sort of room and it doesn't refresh in the same way that the other ones do. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yep. Dock A6. Yeah, and we got 3 scrap from this. Where? Oh, really? Okay, this whole thing is incredibly buggy in really interesting ways. Hopefully if I go back here, I'll be able to get at that shit. Oh. Okay, I'm coughing a little bit. Sorry about that. Wow, that's actually really, really, really funny. Given LB's experience in the daily challenge tonight, I found myself wondering more about that bug, and I think we've just learned more about it from that. An awful lot more about it, actually. It's sort of fascinating. All right. So I was just checking where that sentry came out of. So This might be a swag-rich ship. I don't know. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I mean, this is one of these things that happens in campaign mode and also in this kind of run. Is eventually your drones do wear down, and also the ship wears down, and so you start losing things like video signal. I don't think I've ever run a drone for long enough that its video just completely broke. I'm not sure that's possible, in fact. But the video signal does start to crap out, and I think you can pay like 10 scrap for each drone to repair it. But you also have to pay scrap to repair the ship's video feed. So in campaign mode, it might be worth it if you have a particularly sweet setup. My experience, it's not at all worth it to sink money into that if you're just doing a weekly challenge. Because the weekly challenge is sort of an interesting combination between campaign run and daily challenge. So, scan. Oh, there was one in here. Drop a sensor in as well. D19. A7, D21. Dock R8. Oh. Dock A5, which is the airlock connected to R8. Sorry about that. Me being a little bit sloppy. You know, these things happen. It's late. Not entirely sure why I'm feeling so inclined to be cautious and wait for a long, long time with this run, but I am. I think partly it's because I'm getting close to the end, and as such, I really don't want to fuck anything up, sort of inadvertently. Okay. Well, dock A4, A4. No. I was just thinking about moving R1 back into the room with all of the other ones for ease of evacuation later, but okay, there were 2 infestation types. One of them is killer robots. We still don't know what the other one is. That's actually a little bit bothersome. Okay, well, we're going to dock A7. Oh, shit. Dock A5. Actually, forgot where where Sarah was for a sec. Dock A4. Pretty sure this room is clear, so I'd like to check it and just make sure, and hopefully not. Oh, there's a power outlet here, okay. Then, Dock A1. Yeah, I know. A1. No, you're not going backwards, you're going forwards. Dock A4. Okay. Really? Okay, then D20. Come on out of there, whoever the hell you are, whatever the hell you are. Okay, Dock A8. So if it's a recalcitrant leaper or something, probably won't. It may not like the first door you open. I mean, eventually it'll probably go through it, but if you open 2 doors, I'm basing this on nothing except just sort of anecdotal observation, but it seems like if you give it choices and it's a leaper that doesn't want to move around, giving it more choices is likely to motivate it to move one way or the other sooner. Theory, that's all. Anyway, if it's a valid theory, it's certainly not being worn out right now because that was plenty of time. Okay. Do we care? No. Though it does occur to me that sooner or later a pipe rupture is probably going to happen. Though, well, I mean, it's hull integrity medium, so. Okay. So that does not matter. And Dock A2. Not even sure why I'm... Okay. I was about to say, I'm not entirely sure why I'm even bothering taking so much care, but, okay, so it's not murdering the sensor, so it is not a sentry bot, it's not a killer robot, something else, and it's something else that we can quite happily relocate into R8 and then promptly vent. Come on. You wanted a change of scenery. You got... Yes. A5. Goodbye. Okay, and see if there's anything in A3. My guess is there's probably not. Ship this small, 2 infestation types, 1 of each is probably enough. But I am wrong about that. So, okay, and again, it doesn't seem to be murdering the sensor. So, yes, A5 was really agreeable for your brethren, whatever the fuck they were. So, Dock A8. So come on in there and hang out for a little while and then die like the other one of you did. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. You, I'm pretty sure you want to go in there. Yep. A5, goodbye. Okay, I'm thinking that might be Swarm. Or, well, I'm worried that might be Swarm. Okay. Dock A3. Yep, and there was a vent and nothing else. I think I might have been right about that, but it doesn't really matter. Dock A6. A6. Dock A4. A4. And just back your ass in here, and let's just get the hell out. 7 scrap. Ship surveyor is deteriorating, but actually nothing else is. And from Haley we got probably a more intact tow. So, okay, and we've survived 64 days at this point. Good for us. Okay, I think we're gonna keep this 5 propulsion fuel, honestly. Don't have high hopes for this. Mods, though? Oh, Haley is nice and robust. Okay. Sensor's gonna break down. Sensor's actually running out of sensors. That's much more the problem. I think maybe we only need this to survive for one more. So I think we're gonna do that. And Haley, yeah. We gonna bother with Scare Copper? Huh. Okay, the only place to go when we get back to Fearley is the shop or the jump gate. Right, because we scrapped the transport, and so we're not going to even deal with any of those crappy outposts because they're far too stressful. Well, that actually changes things a little bit. Okay, this episode, I thought this was actually probably going to end it, but it's not. We're going to, I think, next time, see what we can pull off of the Scare Copper, which is our last Government B, and then we're just going to jump to the jump gate and have done. So, okay. This probably went a little bit longer than I was intending. Apologies about that if it did, especially after how the previous episode went to almost an hour. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See how our fortunes changed. Rewards weekly. Yeah, we're up around 6,000, and we have 6 drones in our stable, so that's pretty happy. And yeah, that's all for now. Keep an eye out for the probably the last episode, which I don't imagine is going to be all that long unless something terrible happens, and that'll be coming in the next day or two. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.